But Jade sometimes can get frustrated with people with Gomez's style, and if things don't work, she can get a bit frustrated. So she needs to stay calm and stay composed and have a plan. And Gomez on the same, she just needs to have really good cover.
So out in the blue is DAE-HOON of Korea. That young man there in the red is the 22-year-old Belgian ACHAB. Again, good nights for some youngsters being able to lead out their idols, I suppose. In a lot of ways, they'll know the big name players in the sport, these youngsters, and they're getting to hold their hand and be their mascot. A bit of a hug there from DAE-HOON. So that young man will be at school. No, he won't. It's half term. He might be at school. You never know. And he'll be telling his mates that he led out world rank #1 DAE-HOON, and in a matter of around about 6 minutes or so, he might be able to say the winner of the Grand Prix as well. But he'll have his work cut out, because JAOUAD ACHAB has looked really, really good here in Manchester, hasn't he?
Yeah, do you know what? Like this year, I've seen some of the results and I've seen him fight, and it's kind of known obviously on the Taekwondo scene that he's stepping up, and he's a really good fighter. He fights things. He fights -63 and -68. So
European champion at under 63.
So he's fighting sometimes heavier guys, but DAE-HOON is the same. He's fought -58 kilos before. So these are kind of the two of the lighter ones in the division have made it to the final. So it just shows that yeah, the weight doesn't mean much. If someone's skillful, someone's quick, it doesn't really mean that the lighter people can't win. I think this could be I reckon this could turn into a really exciting fight.
It's quite interesting to see how two different athletes get ready. It was ACHAB jumping up and down, seems a little bit on edge, a little bit flexible, whereas the Korean athletes just stood there and quite calm, doesn't look too fussed by any of it actually whatsoever. So interesting, different lineups from the two of them. The Asian champs gold medalist, the China Grand Prix winner, silver medalist from the Olympics, world champion. That's DAE-HOON. But well, ACHAB has his own credentials. The European gold medal winner at 63 kilograms, or -63 kilograms, 4-time open winner this year. Already got rid of Asbagnani and Mark Lopez, who, well, between them could probably write you several books on how to do Taekwondo, and they've been beaten by the young Belgian. So
I think this is going to be exciting. That was a great hook kick then.
What a start that is for ACHAB.
Great hook kick. That's what I was saying before. He's got such a good headshot, went in then with his check, and then when Korea responded, picked it up, counter hook kick on the spot. I think this could be one of the most exciting fights of the tournament. I think it could go that way, especially now if he's 3-0 down. Korea's he's gonna step up, so it could be an exciting fight with lots of exchanges.
Well, I said what a start. There's nothing like an official to spoil your pudding if they have to, and we've gone to a
great headshot.
Well, we're back in. Not sure what the discussions were about, but it was wonderful technique and well delivered from ACHAB, and he's got himself a 3-point lead early doors, and these two are just going at it here. The first out of 2 finals tonight in Manchester. Into the first round we are, in close range from ACHAB. We saw a bit of this in the semi-final. We saw a lot of it in the quarter-final against Asbagnani. He's 4 up here, and as Damon was saying, he's really putting himself on the map of the Taekwondo world, isn't he?
Yeah, he's had a great year, and he's obviously in the final now, and if he wins, that's an amazing finish. I'm not sure where his ranking is. Is he outside the top 8?
9.
9, so yeah, this will probably put him into the top 8. 5-0. 5-1. I think this is going to be a good fight to watch. I'm going to enjoy this.
Well, Damon's got his deck chair out, start to recline. He's enjoying this. Not open a tin just yet. ACHAB 5-1. And these two are not worrying about engaging. It's all about getting together. I don't think our referee in this one's going to have to tell them to come together at any point. I think he's going to spend more of his time trying to separate them. ACHAB just trying to find a gap in DAE-HOON defence once more.
DAE-HOON's a clever fighter. He's been around. I wouldn't write him off at any score. Headshot. Oh, close.
Well, that doesn't count. But again, you say he's clever. He's going to have to figure out, and quickly, how to stop ACHAB. Scoring points here, 7 inside 80 seconds. Yeah, he's got a Congo for his troubles as JAOUAD ACHAB.
I
think Korea needs to expose the fact that ACHAB likes to punch, and I think he needs to, when he goes to punch, counter him then. Not a lot of people have been doing that. I think it could be a good option is to go with their combinations. When he punches, go to the short head kick.
ACHAB 7-1 up here in the first round of this final.
Oh, I would have scored that punch.
Oh, DAE-HOON's had a headshot and now a close range punch that he's not scored with. And just that one singular one, a thud to the left-hand side. That does indeed bring up his second. There's 5 the difference now. Korean in blue, closest to you as you look at it. But, well, I tell you what, Damon, if you'd got into a final and got a 7-0 lead, you'd have been pretty happy with yourself at the start, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah, 7-0 is nice, but with someone of the quality of Lee DAE-HOON, I think if I was 7-0 now it's 7-2. It's a bittersweet because obviously you're up, which is really nice, but in the back of your mind you think they're going to come for me now, so you've got to be ready. So sometimes it can work both ways, but he's going to come for him. And I think even if he was 8-0 down, I wouldn't write him off with the techniques he has.
There are no official meetings between the two in a competitive meet, so maybe it's just a case that DAE-HOON needs a little bit of time to try and figure out ACHAB. The problem is, if you it takes you too long, ACHAB will just keep picking off points nicely. So there he is on the left-hand side of your screen.
I think fitness won't be come to play with Korea. I mean, I've seen him before for in the World Championships for 3 rounds. Did not stop kicking, so he can kick constantly. So it's going to be interesting. But ACHAB needs to be clever, needs to be forcing them off and just jabbing them body shots in, which he's doing, and maybe surprising with another headshot.
So the 2012 Olympic silver medalist, Lee DAE-HOON of Korea. 7-2 down, but as Damon said, it's not within his character to stop. It's not within his fitness to get tired. So ACHAB better be at the top of his game for all 3 of these rounds. This second one, Damon, just starting a little bit slow. Is that something maybe DAE-HOON wants to try and do, slow the pace down?
I think he just needs to pick his shots and take his time. Sometimes there's 5 points difference, but he's got loads of time. He just needs to not rush into ACHAB's straight work. He's got loads of time, no rush at all.
He seems to be concentrating more now on not conceding any more of those silly points, rather than getting some for himself. And there is a nice straight leg.
Yeah, what Korea's doing, which a lot of people sometimes forget to do, is he was down by 5 points, but he's got a round and a half to go, and that's so much time if you think about it. So there's no rush, and he's keeping calm. Good punch, you've got to score that. Yep.
There it comes. So 7-4. He's nicked 2 back in this swan, but ACHAB again, quick feet out of nowhere, but unfortunately not quite able to connect. But any more of those, DAE-HOON won't want to concede. It's a hefty collision coming together. There was a loud noise, neither registering. Again, DAE-HOON, he's doing the simple stuff really well in the second round.
Yeah, he's just taking his time, picking his shots. There we go, another check. I knew this would happen. I think ACHAB's a bit tired. I think he's he looked tired in the clinch, but Lee DAE-HOON, he's going to take his time, and he's been composed, he's been calm, and he's just picking his shots, and he's generally only conceded 1 point. Oh, that punch! I'm not sure I would give that punch then. Well,
his spirits will have been lifted. He just conceded 6 points on the bounce there, but all of a sudden he's got 2 back for himself. So as they go towards the end, on the final 20 seconds of round number 2, 9-6, and again ACHAB tries to come in and steal a short range punch.
Should maybe try high with that back leg next time. We'll see.
Korean fighter would like to be a little bit closer going into round 3, but as Damon says, he will not be worried by 3, 4, 5 points difference. And took a knock on the thigh, the left thigh, as he comes away, DAE-HOON there. But ACHAB, and you're quite right, Damon, he does, out of the 2 of them, look physically more tired. But adrenaline's kicking in at this point. He's 9-6 up with 2 minutes to go. A check for $5 grand, a gold medal, and all important points towards Rio for the Belgian fighter. I don't think tiredness will kick in too much, will it?
No, I mean, he does definitely look the more tired opponent, but Lee DAE-HOON's been in the Olympic finals, world finals. He's used to this. Maybe ACHAB he's obviously had a good year winning opens, but I'm not sure he's
He's been in the final of this is a major tournament for him. So I think Lee Dae-HOON's experienced these finals more. ACHAB needs to don't panic, not start inviting pressure and thinking, oh, I'm close, I've only got 3 points, let's defend these 3 points and survive the fight. He needs to start proactive and maybe start attacking Korea like at the start.
He has picked off those 4 opens, as you say. He has one on the European stage. He's got a European gold medal to his
that's a big medal.
So I thought I'd drop that in subtly. But on the world stage, this is what this now becomes. You know, this Grand Prix is here to attract some of the world's finest athletes. So maybe this is another little step up here that ACHAB's got to deal with. He's dealing with it pretty well so far. 9-6 here. But, good bit of sportsmanship as ACHAB, they shake hands and then ACHAB tells Dae-HOON you've got some water on you, mate. So
nice extra breather as well. He's got 2 minutes. He's 3 points up, 2 minutes. He needs to concentrate, be focused, and also try and increase his lead as opposed to just remain the 3-point gap.
Only a man would use his arm sleeve rather than a towel.
Oh, nice.
Wow, big moment this for ACHAB to get himself a couple more clear. 11-7.
12 to the blind side, then turning kick to the blind side. It's used a lot this tournament. Oh, headshot. That looked like it was very close.
Nobody looks like they're questioning that, so we'll carry on at 12-7. But any closer and Dae-HOON will be bringing this gap. Again, another attempt to just ask for a couple extra seconds breather there from ACHAB. He's got a minute and a half to win himself a Grand Prix gold. The official not happy. I'd say,
well, with the Kyongo, that makes the difference. His Kyongos are really important.
4 points of gap at 5 immediately again. And ACHAB showing no signs here of being overawed in these latter stages. He's gone in for a close one again. 9-13 now.
Korea working the clinch, working the short kicks really well.
ACHAB just lowering the shot there. Who was aiming towards the face, wanted to lower it, but didn't get the accuracy he needed.
Nice again. He's clever, just basic Taekwondo from Korea.
Dae-HOON closing the gap 1 point at a time here.
ACHAB's going to close down or he's staying on the spot, using it as a rest. Punch. Korea's working.
14-10 though. ACHAB then concedes one here.
Take it high next time. Yeah, Korea's just working the short distances, working the gaps.
You can tell you what, the crowd here, you could cut the tension with a kitchen knife. It really is. It's got everybody on the edge of their seats. This one, ACHAB is showing some wonderful performance to be in the lead. Dae-HOON is having to try and find everything he's got to get back here. The Asian champion against the European champion.
I think Dae-HOON could use another punch maybe to get a point if he's struggling to find the pad with his cover.
ACHAB now, slightly more defensive than he has been for the entire thing. Oh, there's a bit of a limp here. Took something on the left knee. I said he was rubbing his left thigh earlier on. Now he's holding it a little bit more. It might be the knee area, the adjustment of the uniform, and that Kyongo brings it back to 12-4. 24 seconds remaining. The young Belgian has one hand on the goal, but there to try and take it off him. Kyongo for ACHAB. The Belgians inside the arena here in Manchester not enjoying that one.
Oh, close for Korea. Just keep working, 8 seconds.
ACHAB missed with his attempts and...
headshot!
That's a huge moment for Dae-HOON, and now ACHAB needs to attack for the first time. He's behind. Well, what a moment! And ACHAB can't believe it. He led for every moment of this fight, except for the last 5 seconds, Damon. What a turnaround at the end.
Yeah, I knew he was going to pull it back. ACHAB's body language then, I think towards the last 20-30 seconds, he was like, I'm a point up, I'm 2 points up and 1 point up, and he was kind of inviting the pressure, and it was inevitable.
It's like a moment of panic all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's one of them, you kind of going back, whereas if he had good cover, and I don't know if he was a bit tired, but if he would have started, as he started the fight, using his straight work and not allowing Korea to press. Korea was going forward, Belgium was going back, and he was giving him chances, but that's just experience from Lee Dae-HOON. That was really good.
Well, that was draining. Bored we were not. What a fight that was. What a fight. If you're new to Taekwondo and you're thinking about a new sport or getting your children into sport, this is the one for you. Let me tell you, the action here, tremendous. Even if you just want to be a spectator, this is one of the sports you've just got to be at. You've just got to tune in and watch it, because the action goes right down to the very last second. It's one of those where, you know, it's not 10 minutes before the end of it. It can be right at the very end. Lee DAE-HOON, Damon, he hadn't led at all in that entire final. He hadn't led at all. And big round of applause from this Manchester crowd for that young man there, the 22-year-old Belgian, JAOUAD ACHAB. Virtually dominant in the first round. Second round, you could see a few frailties. He was starting to concede points. He actually conceded 6 on the bounce altogether at one point. He then started to rebuild it, and you thought, hang on a minute, this kid's the real deal. But I tell you what the real deal is. Lee DAE-HOON just never gave up, and with 5 or 6 seconds left on the clock, a massive kick, a massive headshot, and all of a sudden, ACHAB was behind, and he just didn't have anything to come back with in those final few seconds.
Yeah, I think certain fighters that have got, say, limited techniques, when you're up, you know you can keep them up there, you can control them, because you can predict what they're going to do. But someone like Lee DAE-HOON that can do probably every technique in the book, you need to be on your toes, and you need to be careful, and you need to be proactive, pushing them back, because they can throw any technique in any distance. So he's one of them fighters that, like I said, even if it was 8-0 down, I wouldn't write him off to win.
At this point it was 8-6, and it was one of those where we thought, oh, hang on a minute, DAE-HOON is coming back. Actually, ACHAB started again, didn't he? Started to pick a few more points up, and every time DAE-HOON got one, ACHAB got 1 or even 2 at times. 12-7 at this point. Keep your eyes peeled on these replays, because there's the big moment coming up in a couple of seconds. But 12-7 here. And again, these two were just starting to pick off points against each other. Good block there from ACHAB. He got himself in trouble with the official on a couple of occasions. The Kyongos didn't help him.
Yeah, this is the back leg high. Took the back leg to the head. He's always been to the body the whole fight, and then came to the face.
All of a sudden, that was the moment. And even with those 5 seconds, great moment at the end there. The actual respect between the two fighters was tremendous all the way throughout. But that moment, you saw DAE-HOON just